How are you, Mark Hoppus?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
What do you think of that? You're a cool dad. What do you think of that little Billie Eilish?
William Eilish. She's great.
She's amazing,
I think she's
right?
great, too.
Yeah, she's great. I think that she's really talented, and I think that she is bringing a breath of fresh air into this kind of quasi-alt-pop electronic thing.
Agreed.
Look at what kind of music she was making at 16 versus what you were doing at 16.
Oh, that seems mean.
I was way better at 16.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a shame because I was an unrecognized talent.
Right.
I was living in the desert. Yeah.
Mark Hoppus.
Yeah, I was much more talented from day one.
Well, listen, your bandmates are behind you, and they'll be joining the interview in progress as they arrive. But there's a lot going on with Blink-182. You guys are gearing up for a hell of a summer.
Yeah.
And I guess the first question that I would have for you about the dates we already know about at the Forum and 5 Point in August is, how did it come together that you and Lil Wayne are out there together?
It was an idea that was brought to us by CAA, who is our agency, and Live Nation, who is our promoter. And it was a mashing of genres that I thought was really cool. And I think that kids today and people today just generally don't care about genre anymore.
I think so, too.
Amen.
I think that it's a great thing. I think it's been coming for a long time. And yeah, people just like good music.
Travis called us, and he said he thinks everyone's blaming him. He's like, oh, everybody's blaming me for
Honestly,
Lil Wayne.
Travis has been on this from day one, from the very first day that I ever met him. He was into punk rock and heavy metal and thrash and hip hop and rap, everything.
He plays anything anyone wants him to play. It's crazy.
Yeah. Travis invented and wrote the Baby Shark song. A lot of people don't realize that, but that was him. Travis came up with Baby Shark.
Totally.
Mark, I have a 5 foot by 4 foot. Think about that. That's a big oil painting of Lil Wayne in my living room.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Who did an oil painting that large of Lil Wayne?
It's a great question.
It's an artist named Ashley Longsworth, who is like Lil Wayne, a New Orleans native.
Okay.
And he is kind of the, you've been to New Orleans, he is kind of the unofficial, mascot, basically, of the city of New Orleans. You see people paint his pictures on buildings everywhere. I mean,
nice.
he's like our mayor.
It is weird.
I mean?
They did a very cool video to announce the concert where it's like they did like a mashup,
Yeah,
like a
we
live
did.
mashup.
Yeah, I like that.
And I texted you and I said, "Is Lil Wayne nice?" And your response back was so casual. Yeah, he's great. I was like, dude, you can't do that about Lil Wayne.
No, he's great. He was super cool. He very friendly, professional, showed up. We knocked out all the stuff that we needed to do, and they said we were going to be done at 10 o'clock at night. We were done at 7:30.
Because you have no standards. And that's important. You have no standards, you can cut stuff early, right?
No, we were great. We
That's
nailed
what I meant.
everything.
You were great.
Yeah, we did awesome. But the crazy thing is, we thought this was such a cool thing. We're taking Lil Wayne out on tour, and it's going to be these different shows, and there's going to be hip hop, and there's going to be punk rock, and there's going to be all this different thing. And all these people, for some reason, thought that Lil Wayne was going to come out and sing all of our songs because we announced it as a mashup. So there was this whole thing of I love both artists, but I really would like to see Lil Wayne do his set and you guys do your set.
So they want to see what you planned.
Yes, exactly.
Basically.
So we're going to do
You guys
that.
were like Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, did you get the sense at all that Lil Wayne was into your band?
Yes.
Really?
Oh yeah, Lil Wayne he put out a rock record.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and that's why I think that this tour is going to make so much sense, is because he does this whole. He's a hip hop artist, but he brings out a rock band, and he's very involved in the skate scene and things like that, and X Games stuff. So there's kind of a good crossover there.
Are you going to come out on his songs?
If he invites me, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I think you'll fit in. Maybe do a quick 16 on a milli.
We had to do this one thing where we had to stand in front of a camera, and for promotion we had to say there were certain lines that he was supposed to say and we were supposed to say, and somehow I got stuck with so make sure you cop those tickets for the tour this summer.
Didn't you Didn't you go, can't pull it off?
You know what? I just went with it.
All right.
And so, it's me saying, and make sure you cop those tickets for the tour this summer. Yeah, it was fully like the Steve Buscemi. Hello, fellow teenagers.
Now, Mark, you have, correct me if I'm wrong, but you have resisted getting a tattoo to this point in your life, right?
I have two tattoos. I have my son's name and my wife's name.
Oh, okay. They're little compared to Travis, though.
Yeah.
How about if you and Lil Wayne got some matching tattoos? tattoos. Would that be the coolest thing ever?
It would be a really cool story for like a month. And then it would be a really strange story for the rest of my life. Yes. I'm 60 and 70 years old.
You have a saggy Lil Wayne on your back.
Why do you have a cup of lean tattooed on your shoulder blade?
Oh, that's because I asked kids to cop tickets once.
The Blink-182 tour with Lil Wayne and Neck Deep is going to be playing August 8th at the Forum, August 27th at the 5 Point Amphitheater in Irvine. Tickets available now through livenation.com. On sale now. We should also mention the other aspect of this show, this tour, is the Enema of the State is turning 20. Now, tell me how this decision came to be made that you were going to celebrate that.
Well, it was the 20th anniversary of Enema of the State, and we had this idea to play it in its entirety at the Back to the Beach, and we enjoyed it so much that we were like, we should just do that this summer, as well as adding in songs from the new record that's going to be coming out later this summer, and playing the old hits, as they call them. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it just felt like a nice segue into 2019 summer.
This morning when I started teasing it, I said Enema front to back, thinking that everyone knew what that meant. Bean's like, maybe you should say the whole title.
Have you ever played an album all the way through?
We did for the anniversary of the 10th anniversary of the Untitled album. We played it at the Wiltern and at the Palladium in its entirety as well.
And Enema was, that was Adam's song, right? And,
it was.
What's My Age Again also was on that?
Yeah, What's My Age Again, All the Small Things, Adam's songs. You might recognize All the Small Things from the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. Which
I notice is #1 on your IMDb.
It is, yes.
Your resume page, your proudest of. All right, Mark Hoppus is here. We understand that Travis is quickly behind you. He'll be walking in any second. Any word from Matt? What's Matt up to?
He's probably hanging upside down in his coffin,
All right. I can accept that.
With an IV of blood going straight into I don't know.
More than we expected.
At least everything's still coming together for Blink-182.
Now, we're going to take a quick break. Mark, when we come back, true or not true that you have, even though we've all described all this amazing stuff that's happening with the band this summer, you have something else new to tell us about that we haven't heard yet.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Yes,
tell me what this is.
Yes.
We understand there's a Blink secret that's about to be revealed here on KROQ.
Oh my God! I don't.
He doesn't know, Bean. Let's just act like he does.
Maybe we misheard. It's a secret to Blink-182.
Yeah. I'm going to find out what it is during the commercial break. There are so many secrets that I'm not allowed to divulge that I don't want to come back and spill the wrong bean.
Okay. Fair.
Keep it a bean.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We'll be right back on KROQ.
Hey, Travis is here.
Yeah.
Travis!
All right.
I'm so sorry for the journey that you had to take to get here to KROQ this morning. Traffic sucks, dude.
I'll do it for you guys.
Can you move closer?
Yeah.
Not to the
you
mic,
or the
but I
mic?
mean to the
You or the mic?
to the station.
Oh, okay.
But also both. Yeah.
Travis, aren't you, forgive me for saying this, but aren't you helicopter rich, man? Shouldn't you just be landing on the roof of this building by now? Why are you driving?
Except for that I don't fly. Or I
Of
would.
course.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, you're the wrong
I was
guy to
actually
ask.
debating right before my accident and getting a helicopter.
You were.
Or just using one more often.
Yeah. Like today would have been nice.
Oh my gosh. This is like, LA freeways are vicious.
Yeah, they are, yeah. It's rough.
Well, they're not building any new ones, and people keep moving here, so what are you going to do?
Yeah.
We got 2/3 of Blink-182 in studio with us here on the Kevin and Bean Show. Our friend Mark Hoppus, Travis Barker are here. Travis, while you were on the way, we were talking about the big anniversary plans for the tour with Enema of the State being performed in its entirety, special guest Lil Wayne and Neck Deep. You know, we were talking, Mark was saying how he didn't anticipate getting on stage with Lil Wayne during his set. Any chance you'll get on stage with Lil Wayne, do a little drumming during his set?
I wouldn't doubt if I will. Like I did when I toured with them in 2006, we would do stuff together. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, there's a possibility.
Here's what I assume. I assume all bands that are on stage, if Travis walks out, the drummer just gets up and walks off. All right.
Throws down his drumsticks, gets in the car, and drives home.
Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, maybe something will happen that'll be cool, you know? Wayne loves rock music.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
It sounds like a perfect tour
it sounds
to us.
great.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
going to be
great.
a lot of fun.
This announcement, Mark, you have been well briefed on now.
I honestly, I thought this secret was out so long ago that I didn't realize it was still a secret. I thought you were going to be like album title, release date.
I mean, don't say. I mean, we have a better thing.
Yeah, we have a much better thing than that.
Jeez, Mark, good sell.
This is a fan participate. This is something for the fans.
Yeah.
This is something for KROQ listeners. We are throwing a secret show before we embark on this summer-long tour, and we're going to invite some of your lovely listeners to come and join us.
How about that?
This is what they call basically a friends and family show. So if you win these tickets, you are automatically a friend and or family of Blink-182.
Probably friend.
Probably.
Okay.
friend.
So we can
could be anything.
we can announce the date,
Yes.
June 20th.
June 20th, yeah.
Which is right around the corner, but we can't announce the venue because that's what makes it a secret show. So if you are a super Blink-182 fan, let's go ahead and give away the tickets now. Travis, pick a number between 1 and 100, please.
6.
Oh, I thought you were going 72 for
6.
sure.
Can you move closer to the microphone?
6.
There you go. Thank you. 6.
Okay,
Wow,
so
his voice is so deep when it's closer to the mic.
I just want you to be heard. That's all.
So caller 6 right now at 1-800-520-1067. You win the very first pair of tickets for the Blink-182 Secret Show, and we'll continue to give them away. By the way, in case you're waiting for on-sale information, there is none.
Not
you
possible.
cannot buy
you
tickets to
cannot
this
buy
show.
a ticket to this.
Yes, we are just giving them away here on
There's only
KROQ.
so many people they can get into the Dave & Buster's on Hollywood and Vine.
We're not saying where it is. We're not saying where it is.
Never mind. That's not Dave &
It's
Buster's.
the Ripley's Believe It or Not building.
Across the street.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I take a 1-minute bee diversion with Mark Hoppus?
Please.
Yeah, please do.
But wait, hold on. Promise it's 1 minute.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Go.
But wait, the minutes doesn't start until
It's
he
already
starts
started.
talking. No, I get to say my part, and then he gets a minute.
Okay,
How
great.
does that
Okay,
work?
he gets a
Okay.
minute. Okay, here's the thing, Mark. I
Yeah.
was very excited when I came in today because I have a bee swarm in my yard right now. I
Okay.
have over 2,000 bees right now, and you know what happens when the beehive splits into two because
Yes.
you got 2 queens?
Yes.
So I have this swarm, and I'm just in love with it right now. So
Your question is taking a minute.
I haven't gotten there yet. So Jensen says to me, he says, you should be a beekeeper like my friend Mark Hoppus. And I said, Mark Hoppus was a beekeeper?
Absolutely.
Start the timer. Tell me about it.
I moved to the UK and we had a farm out in the countryside of Somerset, and I started keeping bees, and the science of it is incredible. And once you realize what the bees do every single year to build up their hive, to select a queen, to split the hive.
That was not a minute.
Just got into
Sorry
the queen.
about that.
That's insane. Time flies.
When you're having so
talking
much
bees.
fun. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's great. Like making your own honey and having your own bees is incredible. That's it.
Okay.
It's well worth the time.
You bottled your own honey.
I bottled my own honey. I had my own queens. I did the whole smoke the thing and
You
take
had
the
the
stuff
outfit?
out and
Yeah.
the outfit. I got
Amazing.
stung a lot.
Why'd you live in England for 3 years?
We just wanted a change of life, and we wanted our son to experience the world. So we always loved the UK, and it was awesome. I would have stayed there longer, except that our visas expired, and we would have had to.
They literally kicked you out.
They kicked me out.
Travis, besides drumming, what other hobbies have you had in your life?
Skateboarding, boxing, Muay Thai.
Hey, you're a big UFC fan. I know.
Producing, yeah.
Needlepoint.
Mainly I produce. That's mainly what I do. Like probably
Yeah.
like 80% of my time. And
Never been a car guy?
Yeah. Oh, that
Sure.
that whole car thing, tattoos. I kind of have a bunch of stuff I like in my spare time.
You have spare time? Do you technically have spare time?
Not really. I'll be in the studio getting tattooed while
you're
Dude,
doing a
you were
project.
last interview you did on our show, you were getting tattooed.
True.
During the interview.
What's crazy is that it being the 20th anniversary of Enema of the State, we're seeing all these old pictures, and Travis looks like a newborn baby.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he had like probably 30 tattoos at that point,
Sure.
but still we're like, oh, look at Travis. He barely covered it all. He has tattoos over both arms, neck,
When he was
chest.
in here, I said, "Do you have an open spot?" He goes, "No, I'm just putting it over another one."
Yeah.
And remember, I suggested the taint should be next, and then we had to explain to Travis what a taint was.
Travis didn't know what a taint was.
I remember that,
Yeah.
What do you guys remember
was
about,
adorable.
since we're reminiscing about Enema of the State? I mean, obviously that was a huge breakthrough record for you guys. Did it feel special and different in the studio, or as you were writing those songs, did you realize you would achieve some sort of new level of accomplishment?
I felt like we were writing the best Blink-182 album that we'd ever recorded. I didn't know how people were going to react to it, but we certainly thought that we were making a record that we were very proud of. I don't think that any of us realized that 20 years on it would be this important a record to us and just in general, I guess.
How could you guess that?
But it was
that's-
fun. I mean, we had a lot of fun in the studio.
Yeah, it was. I think it was really quick for me. I think I was only in there. I think the writing process was different than because we were all in a room and like you really write the songs in like a rehearsal room, and then you go in and record the songs and the whole structure of the songs accounted for. So I think I went in and recorded my drums in like a couple hours in a day, right?
I think we were in a studio called the Mad Hatter.
Yeah, Chick Corea's
old studio. I think we were there for maybe 3 days total.
Yeah.
3 or 4 days.
That's insane.
I just remember lots of coffee and cigarettes.
Sure.
Yeah.
3 days.
And
3
something-
days.
total. And something.
And
that-
literally during those 3 days, I remember Travis was recording drums. Tom and I walked over to a grocery store down the street, and Tom bought an Enema to use. So it kind of all tied together. It's a true story.
That's beautiful.
Is that where it came from?
I think we had Enema the State after that. I don't think we'd had a title at that point.
Yeah, I think it was.
So you saw the Enema, and then you said,
Yeah.
Post your guys' addiction with enemas after after Chick Corea studio. I don't know what it was.
And then you started doing them too, Mark?
No. I've never had one.
that seems like a lie.
Well,
All right,
not
bring,
a lie.
bring in the doctor.
Bring him
Bring in the
out.
doctor.
It's not a lie.
Try one.
Bring in whomever. I'll look him straight in the eye.
Oh, no, we just meant to give you an enema now.
Oh, I
Now,
see.
yeah.
Got it.
That's what he meant too.
Oh, yeah.
Look him straight in the eye.
I thought lie detector test. That was
Yeah.
wow. I was
No,
way off.
we believe you,
Strap that thing around me. I'll look him right in the eye.
That was pretty aggressive, I gotta be honest.
It is such a weird thing that we hear from so many artists that you don't know what the reaction is going to be outside of the room. I mean, at one point, it's just a handful of people who know these songs, and then they're unleashed, and then you kind of lose control of them, I guess, because they become the world.
Yeah, it was really cool. One of my favorite memories, and I told this to Stryker a few weeks ago, was we were actually still recording Enema the State. We were in Conway, and I was with Jerry Finn, our producer, and we had just finished. I had just sang a song called The Party Song, and we left to go get something to drink in Hollywood. And as we were driving out, KROQ played What's My Age Again for the first time ever. It was the world premiere. And it was like that scene in That Thing You Do where they hear a song on the radio for the first time and you just want to stick your head out the window and scream. And it was awesome. And so I still remember that happening.
And this was like the TRL album. This was when like everything became focused on your visuals, and it was like it went from sort of being everyone's best kept secret in San Diego and LA to like it was the world's album.
It was really strange.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Travis, how did that affect you being famous out of the gate? You know, being recognizable to everybody.
I don't know. I didn't really think about it. I think like this whole time, like I don't think I'll like stop and look back until I'm like over it all.
So
You know?
you still not.
No, I don't really like.
No way to look at the career.
No, I don't really like sit and like think or reminisce on like what stuff was, like head down, like working, enjoying myself, loving what I do, and then I don't know. I'll think back one day.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think back all the time.
You do.
Yeah.
All Mark does is think
Yeah.
back. Oh, I
With regret or
I wish I was keeping bees still.
right? Oh, I love those bees.
Yeah, those bees were great.
Is there a song, and I'm sure there is, and maybe you don't even remember, is there a song that you guys love that just failed to connect?
Well, actually, speaking of the party song, that's been something that is a really energetic, fun, amazing song, and we played it for the first time in like I don't know if we'd ever played it live until we played it in Las Vegas last year at our Vegas residency. Yeah. And we thought, oh, people are going to go nuts for this, and we played it, and people largely just stood there and stared at us.
It's got to be so weird in your career at this point.
I'm like, no, it's a party song, you guys.
But it's Vegas too.
It's Vegas.
It's like I don't know if you get like. I mean, there was obviously true fans there, but I think you get like a Vegas crowd too.
Yeah, you get a lot of tourists.
You know, like your hits. You know,
Yeah.
but I think when we played it at Back to the Beach, it went crazy.
Yeah, of course.
It was good.
Yeah, that makes
But that was the one time that I really expected a song to just really
to go,
land.
yeah.
And I think that the crowd that night just was not having
What's
it.
next?
Yeah.
Did you guys, were the dates set up like a couple days apart so you actually spent some time in Las Vegas, or did you commute basically for those dates?
We commuted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't have to spend much time.
I don't connect Mark Hoppus with Vegas very closely.
No, not much.
Yeah. When I go to Vegas, I literally, like, I'm in my room, I walk out, I play the show, I walk back to my room. And that's
Never
pretty much
gambled.
it. I don't know. I don't gamble.
But never. I mean, that's different than not gambling. It's just like one time?
Well, I've gambled in my life.
Okay.
Literally one time when Blink was very first starting out and we played a show in Las Vegas and we could barely afford to eat at this awful all-you-can-eat buffet.
It's the best time to gamble.
And I had a nickel and I went to one of these Keno machines and I put a nickel in and I just randomly pulled the light pen and just kind of scribbled across the screen and hit enter and I won $45 off of a nickel.
How are you not an endless gambling addict now? That's the worst thing that can happen.
I mean, $45 at that point was like, oh my God.
Right.
Yeah.
I can buy CDs. I have disposable income.
Did you guys like the residency and will you do it again, or was it just a one-time thing and it was fine, but it's a different crowd?
It was super fun.
Yeah.
We loved playing it. It was great. Yeah. It's weird being in Vegas for that long.
Yeah.
I will say that, and I have a lot of respect for artists that are there so much that they actually move to Las Vegas for months and months and months at a time. I don't know that I have that kind of endurance.
I would kill myself if that
Being in
happened.
Vegas-
I would stay out too late and I would drink too much and I would be,
See, it's the opposite for me. Being in Vegas is like being a cop, where you're seeing people at their absolute worst. You see the
You would
basis
see
of
me
humanity.
at my absolute
you
worst.
see people at their drunkest, people at just at either at the top or at rock bottom.
Why are you looking at me?
A couple more questions.
It was the interview at Weenie Roast.
And it was interesting. Did you guys post a photo from that
Yes,
on
we
your
did.
Yeah.
We
on
did.
Instagram?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you
So
feel
funny.
it?
Yeah, I could feel it.
You can smell the alcohol on the picture. On the picture.
They told
Couple
us don't
more
smoke.
things,
She's going to
by
go
the
up in
way.
flames.
And then we're gonna talk to the one and only winner. We have her on the phone who is going to be coming to the Secret Show. But let me ask just real quick because we got some Twitter questions last night. Initially, you guys predicted a June album release, but that is no longer the plan. What's going on? When is it just taking longer than it's expected, or was there some sort of change in the album's direction? Is from Chris.
We are so close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
You guys are teases.
No, the thing is that we started writing this album probably, I don't know, almost a year ago, and we really started getting into it a few months ago, and we keep writing, touch wood and thank God, better and better and better songs. So we keep adding songs to the record and going back and mixing things and adding more songs. So it's getting pushed back, but not terribly, but just by a couple of months. I think.
I feel like it would be hard to just stop and say, okay, that's it. That would be a difficult thing.
And that's the hardest part of writing songs and putting together a record, is finally saying, okay, this is the body of work for this period of time, and we're going to call it done, and we're going to turn it in, and that's it. There's no more on this record. But I think that, especially with Blink-182 in 2019 and with our new label Columbia, we're going to release a record, then we're going to release some other stuff. And I think with the era of streaming and stuff, it's not like back in the day where you released an album and then you toured for 3 years and then you released another album.
Right.
Always new music, always new stuff, play a lot of shows and have a lot of fun.
Great. Jules writes in, whatever happened to Travis Barker's documentary? Didn't you tell us something about that at one point too, Travis?
Yeah, I'm actually finishing it. The thing is, okay, so it's not my documentary. It's a documentary that Interscope is doing.
On you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just am
You're not in charge
I'm
of
just
it.
the subject matter. I'm unfortunately not in control of it. So I don't. It's in their hands. But yeah,
It's getting
What are you
close as
hearing?
far as you know.
What are you hearing?
What do you mean?
What are you hearing as far as when it might come out? This year?
I'm
Next
hearing
year?
like we need to schedule time because you promised us an interview. So I'm just trying to
that's
like
a big
set that
part
up.
of the documentary.
Yeah. So I guess like
it is you.
I'm actually kind of holding it up.
You
but,
should be in it. I think you should be in it, Travis.
Yeah.
All right, last question from Twitter, Johnny. Who's the best at Mario Kart in the band?
Oh, I am by far.
I would assume Mark.
Mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
Travis,
All right.
Travis,
by far.
in the whole history of the time that I've known Travis, we got our first check, I know that Travis bought a house, and then he went and he bought a PlayStation. Is that what you bought? And you got really into like Grand Theft Auto for like a week,
And then I never played it.
and like
that's it.
went nuts with it. Like wouldn't leave the house. Got food brought in, went crazy with it, and then was like, "This is a total waste of my time. I'm never playing video games again." And I don't think you have.
Just turned on
Playing
it.
drums is kind of like a video game. Like I did it last night for like an hour and a half, where I just sit and try to figure something out, and the next thing you know, like an hour and a half goes by, and you,
Boring.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's so
Listen, I find it fascinating that you can entertain yourself with something like that. Like when I'm by myself, I can't. I need to watch something, do something. When you're there, you just play drums and you just...
Yeah, I kind of
That's the
feel
ultimate for
crummy
you.
if I don't. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Well, that's why you're the best at what you do in the whole world,
I'm
Travis.
working
is because
on-
you're committed
working on
to
being
it.
the best.
You know, I mean, I guarantee Albert Pujols still takes a lot of batting practice.
What
you
the
would
hell?
say?
I have no idea.
Hit it again. File that one.
Yeah.
Holes. Are we talking Enema again?
No, I'm saying a guy like that, you go, oh, he doesn't need to worry about that because he's so great. But the reality is that's why he's great, is because he puts the time in. All right, before we let you go, Secret Show, June 20th. You can't buy tickets. You You can only win them. Let's say hi to Sylvia because she's been kind enough to hang on. She is right now the only person, guys, who's going to be in the audience for that Blink-182 secret
We
show.
should stop it right here and just have Sylvia do
Just
that.
her.
Solo show.
Sylvia, did you want to talk to the guys?
Yeah, they're my family now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi, guys. I just want to say this UTI is totally worth it. I've been holding my pee for like 30 minutes.
We're so sorry.
I'm very sorry about that.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's totally worth it. Totally worth it. I'm so freaking excited. I have never won tickets to anything before, and for this to be my first thing ever, it's freaking amazing. I've been a fan since like the early 90s. You guys are amazing. I honestly was just calling to talk to Allie and tell her I love her.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much. Let's get you some amoxicillin. Yeah.
All right, go pee,
you, guys.
and we'll see you at the secret show. Thank you very much. How sweet is
Thank
that?
you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you, Sylvia.
All right, Mark and Travis, it goes without saying that we love you. Thank you for coming in. We've really enjoyed it.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
And I hope Matt turns up alive.
Yeah, who knows?
I hope we get some good news for him. Please text and make sure he's doing okay. But we'll see you guys soon, all right?
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
It's Kevin and Bean on KROQ.